Alright, I don't want to waste your time. What is the most important thing that a man can do in his life? Is it looks maxing? Making sure that he is as close to his attractive potential as possible? Is it having more money than everyone around you? Is it having women in your life? A selection of girls that you can pick and choose from as you please? Is it gooning? Here's what I think. All of these things, looks maxing, girls, money, status, gooning, they are all as important or as unimportant as you make them to be. They are all important parts of a man's development, and they can even intertwine with each other. But every man is not made the same. There is no one true answer that every man can follow and be their best selves because of, even if it's good general advice. What is absolutely best for one person might not be the best for someone else. It's just the truth. I can see that now. A little while ago, I made a video called The Problem with Looks Maxing, and I think I made some good points in that video. But in the comment section, you can see that people are conflicted. Some people agreed with what I said, that sometimes looks maxing can get a little bit vain. Sometimes. Other people kind of agreed with me, but said that a better path would be to combine looks maxing with self-improvement for the best of both worlds. And some people disagreed with the video, advocating that looks are actually a huge factor in everything, which is true as well. This all only made me realize that there can be more than one right answer. There are definitely some people in this world who would greatly benefit from getting their hygiene under control and becoming a more presentable version of themselves. Becoming someone who can look themselves in the mirror and not be repulsed, but instead kind of proud of themselves. Now that's just one group of men. But there can also be another group of men who maybe already do all this. They already take care of their hygiene. They already do their looks maxing routine. Or they might even just be naturally handsome or good looking. But their problem is when it comes to talking to people, not even just to girls, but to anyone. They don't know how to speak. And so maybe more than looks maxing, this group of men would more benefit from practicing their social skills, more than they would by optimizing their attractiveness. And I'm not saying that you have to choose between one or the other, between looks maxing or speak maxing. I'm saying that there can be more than one right answer, that different people might have different objectives and priorities, and that what is important to one person might not be equally as important to another. And that's not hard to believe, right? We see that all the time. So then what am I trying to say? What's the most important thing for a man? I need to know, man, tell me. Like I was saying before, looks maxing, money, status, gooning, they're all important things. And when we narrow our focus into one of these aspects, the same way that we did when we talked about looks maxing for a second there, we can still see that it can be important for everybody to do, but for some, it can be more important to do for them than it is to do for others. The same goes for money and girls. It just depends how much importance you place on these things in your own mind, as your own truth. The most important thing for a man is what he found important enough to fight for. It's not whether he was right or wrong, but how much faith he was willing to put in what he found was important. This is what decides the future. Anything can be important to a man in his own mind, whether it's his wealth, looks, status, or something else entirely. The most important thing that he can do for himself is try to do the right thing. Try to choose right from wrong based on his own objective and subjective truths, and to have faith in what he believes to be true once he's decided that for himself. That is what's most important for a man.